We got the first HOH of the summer. We got the first nominees of the summer. Let's talk about it.
Already know when it comes to my squad, they keeping it. Oh, it's going down tonight. If I come around tonight, we shutting it down. Oh, we gon' ride tonight. You know it's a vibe tonight. If I come around, doing my thing tonight, baby, I'm king for life, rocking the crown. Already know when it comes to my squad, they keeping it quiet, they holding it down.
Welcome back to another episode of King Trail Recaps. I am your host, King Trail, and we will be recapping the first HOH episode of Big Brother Season 28. Let's go. So, after they killed off Rachel, they brought in D from Survivor. I didn't know who the fuck D was, but wouldn't you know it, D ended up winning the first HOH of the season, right? Now, they had a competition where they had to build a puzzle with the help of the other house guests. Right? It was like 3 teams, and D managed to pull it out. Her team helped her pull it out. She became the first HOH of the summer. All right. And during the comp, D told her team they were all safe this week. That will be important later. All right. Devin's team had the least amount of their puzzle done, so they all ended up being have-nots for the week, right? So it's Devins, Taylor, Chuck, Drew, and Haley. They the have-nots for the week. And their have-not room is, they basically got to sleep on this wooden, slowly rotating wheel. Shit looks mad uncomfortable. And that's how I like my have-not rooms. Uncomfortable, right? So they do their introductions, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this cast is horny as hell, right? Everybody wanna fuck everybody. I'm just saying. Now, Kamu and Chuck, they were talking about working together, you know what I'm saying? They both physical threats in the game, so they figured they'll do well in the physical comps. And they wanted to bring in Haley because she's a physical female, right? They ain't really give a damn about the mental comps right now. They all focused on physicality, you know what I'm saying? So it's all brawn with them. But we'll see how well that works out for them. Jason and Angela, they were having a little convo, and Angela, you know what I'm saying, was letting Jason know that she got his back in his house because Jason wasn't used to being around so many straight people, right? So Angela, I feel, is playing a better game this season. Is less crazy, more calm, and understanding, right? Hey, quick question, quick side note. Because, you know, they be doing their little cut to the DR, see what all the house guests think about, whatever. Why the fuck is Chuck's DR lighting different from everybody else's, right? Bro is not that damn black. I mean, he black, but he ain't that black where he got to have completely different lighting from everybody else. Am I the only one who knows that? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Chuck and Kamu and Haley, they end up having their little meeting. And Haley pointed out that she thinks D and Devins are going to be working together because they were both on Survivor. In my opinion, everybody should have this exact same thought, right? And throw Angela in there with them because they're all icons. Like, I would immediately be like, they're probably going to work together. Let's focus on getting them the fuck out of here. That's just me though. But D and Devins noticed that the Haley group was pretty much on the same type of timing that they was on, right? They noticed that Haley, Kamu, and Chuck were all hanging out and shit, right? And Devins, he was sitting there talking to D, talking about who they like and who they feel that they can work with, right? Devins said he liked Drew. D said she liked Barrett, and they trying to lock all of them into a group, or at least get close enough, right? Keep those names close to them, right? People that they feel that like they can trust. D didn't even have to approach Kamu and Haley and their group because D's plan was, let's get close to them because we see that they working together. Let's get close to them, bring them into us. You know what I'm saying? Just so we'll have the numbers, right? And have less people eventually coming after us. Let's work with them, right? But D didn't even have to approach them because they brought their group to her and Devins. Unbeknownst to them, D and Devins don't really want to work with them. But, they rookies, you know what I'm saying? They going to have to learn the hard way. They ended up naming their alliance the Red Corner. Right? Rome and Lyric are all over each other. Like, they want to hunch so bad. Right? Mallory and Yash, they in there trying to sleep. And Rome and Lyric up there in the damn bunk bed, just smooching all loud and shit. Right? It got to the point where Yash and Mal just got up and just left. Right? They ain't want to hear that shit. Devins, Angela, and Dee talk about who they want to add to their alliance. They bring up Barry and Drew again. Right? Dee want to nominate one person from the 3 groups that were together for the HOH comp. That way she wouldn't have to nominate anybody from either her alliances. And they come up with their alliance name because Angela said it's not official until you have a name for your alliance. They ended up coming up with the crossovers. They want to be Allen Iverson so damn bad. But it's because that they have a mixture of BB players and Survivor players crossing over together. So it makes sense. Devin revealed to Angela that Kamu, Haley, and Chuck approached him and Dee about forming an alliance with them. Right? Told him the name of it and everything. Dee is upset about this because she feel like, you should have kept that information close to the vest. Like, the less people that know about it, the less people we actually have to lie to if shit start getting convoluted. Like, if people start piecing shit together, figuring shit out, now we got to lie to more people, right? When we could have just said nothing, right? So Devin was like, my fault. I jumped the gun on that. I should have checked with you on that one. That's on me. Mallory goes to talk to Dee for what seems like the first time, right? Their conversation is awkward as hell, right? I love Mallory and I'm rooting for her, you know what I'm saying? But my girl was so awkward talking to Dee. She started talking about how she wanted to travel and some other random shit. Mal, you have the HOH's full attention before Noms. Give her a reason why you should not be put up on the block. You know what I'm saying? So what you thinking? Right? First HOH, how you feeling? That type of shit, you know what I'm saying? But my girl awkward. Like, what the fuck can I say? Right? Dee tells the Red Corner that she's thinking about nominating one person from each group of the HOH comp. Kamu doesn't like that shit at all. He doesn't think that it's good to nominate Yash because he was in a group that helped her win the HOH, right? He throws Barrett's name out because Barrett didn't play, right? It's a smart suggestion from Kamu, but obviously Dee not going to put him up because she's working with him in the Crossovers Alliance, all right? Kamu doesn't know that, of course, but she was like, I think it's just easier to put up one person from each group. It's the safest move. Instead of just saying, obviously, I'm not putting Barrett up. I'm working with him. Because obviously, she can't say that shit. Right? We get to the nomination ceremony, and she nominates Mallory, Taylor, and Yash. One person from each group. One person from each group, specifically, that she hasn't talked with. Hasn't talked game with, hasn't really talked with on a personal level. So she feel like, okay, least amount of conversation with these people, so easy people to throw up. And that's pretty much it for the episode, right? It's a pretty standard first episode. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do watch the live feeds. It be so much shit going on in the live feeds where if I don't catch it in real time, like from beginning to end, then it's so many moving parts and pieces that we trying to piece it together. If something happens on the live feed that I feel is very instrumental in the game and the show isn't showing it, then I would mention it in my recaps. If something really significant happens, then I'm just going to talk about what happened on their live feeds. But I'm mainly going to be focusing on just the episodes, breaking down the episodes, throwing in bits and pieces about what happens on the live feed if it pertains to something significant on the episode. So long story short, you're basically just going to be getting episode recaps. But if you guys like want more live feeds, updates, and shit like that, let me know. I'll look into doing more live feeds, updates. Right? But that's pretty much it for this episode. D1 HOH nominated Mallory, Taylor, Yash. At this point, like in real life, like we know how the veto played out, but obviously I'm gonna wait until that episode to speak on that. As always, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. How you feel about this episode? How you feeling about this season? How you feeling about this cast? I'm gonna be honest with you. So far, I like the cast. From what I'm seeing from them, I like the cast. They have a lot of potential. Hopefully they live up to it because they definitely have a lot of potential. I'm enjoying the season so far. I feel like it's only going to get better and better and better, especially when people really start to pick and choose their sides and start going at one another. I think this is going to be a really good season, and I'm looking forward to it. As always, if you want to support the channel, PayPal, Cash App link in the description below. Or you can just like, share, comment, subscribe. We're a growing channel, small, trying to build it up bit by bit, week by week. And I'm always thankful for each and every one of you who come over here and allow me to take up a little bit of your time. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. And I will see you all for the next recap. We'll be recapping our veto winners. And then we get to our first eviction of the summer. And I'm so ready for it. All right. See y'all next time. King.